Well, Dave, congratulations. Biggest win of the season, biggest ever win that Stockport County have had over Swindon Town. What was the secret to the success today, do you think?
A brilliant performance. We knew that today we would need to be really good out of possession, and we were that. I think in terms of an out of possession performance, said to the players at half time, first half that's as good as it gets, and we carried that on in the second half. I think what you did see is something that we've prided ourselves on over the time, certainly I've been in terms of the intensity of that press and to win the ball back high up against a really good team, and that got us huge rewards.
Scored 4, but actually 3 disallowed as well today. There was a ruthlessness which, when you consider you didn't have a recognised striker on the pitch today, goals coming from all over the park, and that's really pleasing, isn't it?
Yeah, not a recognised striker, but plenty of quality. When you think of a Rydell, a Southern Hales, a Sarcevic, a Camps, a Crankshaw, and Evans, we've goals in the team, and that showed. We had energy, we had legs. Yes, we made changes, but the good changes in terms of the quality that we're bringing in. And we do have goals all over the pitch. It's something that we've spoken about and planned for from the start of the season. I would like us again to have been a little bit more ruthless at the back end. I think that's speaking on the bench as the game was going on. The one thing we've probably potentially has been our downfall a little bit, even since the start of pre-season, is we've won the ball back in really good areas, and in transition I've just not quite made that either first pass to set us up for an opportunity or the killer pass to get us in on goal. And I know there were some decisions there around trying to get Sarce a hat-trick and things like that, but they're the moments that when games are tight as the season goes on, you really got to go and finish teams off. That might be a 0-0 that wins you the game 1-0, but that's the bit we do need to get better at. But listen, that's good to be able to say that having scored 4.
As you say, you made changes, 7 changes in all today, kept the same shape, but obviously when you've not got Woods up there, you did have to adapt and change and tweak the system, and that the players really seem to take that on board today.
We knew we were going to have to play through more than over, if you like. But I suppose what we did have, which has been different from our setup, is we had real penetration in wide areas with the pace of Macca and Ryan, where Brownie and Calmac are different players to that. Plus we had, I suppose, Ollie and Connor Evans, who are different in terms of what they provide. They do provide a threat in behind if teams are high up the pitch, but also can drop into little pockets. So their, I suppose, combination and what they did, we allowed them to be pretty free, and almost one up and one off, but not the same one and one up all the time. And regardless, we still have midfield runners that can go and support the play. So we still had that penetration, but from different areas, and like I say, it worked really well.
What do you do now next weekend? I suppose it's a nice problem for you to have, but you've got probably about 20 players now who are going into next weekend with their last performance being an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it's tough, but as you say, it's a good problem. A problem that I'm not going to think about tonight. We'll, like I say, we'll enjoy our weekend. We'll be back at it Monday. We'll look forward to what the game brings. We'll look at Newport and what we have to do going there to get a win. But it's a problem that you'd absolutely accept, a problem that we'll deal with in terms of speaking to players. Like I said, they're a good group, a really good group of good people that get on well together, that understand we're all working hard to get one objective, and regardless of the decisions that we make, they'll trust in that, and some will be disappointed, but they get over that disappointment because, like I said, there's one goal for all of us.
I know you'll have looked at Newport already, the threat of players like Omar Bogle, and they've also got that new manager bounce as well, haven't they? I think it's 4 unbeaten under
Yeah, they have. So I suppose preparation for us changes a little bit in terms of changes they've made since the change in management, but that brings again sometimes a different philosophy, a different style. We're pretty focused on one game at a time, so all our focus has been on Swindon this week. That changes immediately, so we'll look at where we're at in terms of personnel, and we'll look at Newport tomorrow and plan our week in terms of what we need to do and get out the players Monday, Tuesday and towards the back end of the week. But we're looking forward to the game. It's one of the very few overnight stays in League Two for us this season. So week's a little bit different, but we'll travel there full of confidence, looking to keep the run we're going, if you like, and hopefully that'll be the case.
Just finally, I've got to ask you, I mean, I know it's the goal scorers who provided the fireworks today, if you excuse the pun, but how much of a siege mentality now does this defensive run give you? Because that's 9 hours now without conceding a goal, 6 games, 6 clean sheets. It gives you something to hang on to, doesn't it?
It gives you the platform straight away, and you look at what quality we have. If you're only able to score 1 goal to win a game, then it puts you in a good place. The longer that goes, the more that builds, you know, say in terms of a player's perspective. The biggest pleasing thing for me is over the course of those 9 hours that you're speaking about, there aren't many sort of standout opportunities where I look at it and go, oh, we got away with that there. I think as a team we've defended brilliantly. We have to be brave in terms of how we go about it. We've done really well in our 1v1 stuff, really well with our emergency defending stuff. There's a real attitude to an appetite to get back in and keep the ball away from your goal as much as possible. And that's a great sort of a great strength to have. It's something that will serve us really, really well. You're getting your rewards for it, and that reinforces players' thought processes that it's the way to do it and the right way to go about it. Everybody benefits from those clean sheets, and long may they continue.
Listen, have a lovely evening. You're in the second round. Well done. Cheers.
Cheers, John. Thank you.
Thank you.